Hello, my name is Allison Rube, and I am a senior at Syracuse University. Today I'm going to be telling you about a topic that is likely very important to many young adults: how to adjust to going away to college. While this may not seem like a very exciting topic, it is one that is of utmost importance. Having gone through the experience firsthand, I believe that I can provide you with information that can help you prepare for your first year of college. Going to college is something you may have done already, or know someone who is planning to do so in the near future. I hope that today I'm able to inspire and motivate you to make the necessary changes. I first came to Syracuse University 4 years ago. At 17 years old, I had the feelings that many have when they go to college: nervous, anxious, excited, and ultimately unsure of what to expect. Syracuse is about a 4-hour drive from my hometown of Bedford, New York, located right outside of New York City. Prior to college, I had left home before, but never for as long as my first semester would be. My first piece of advice to someone selecting a college is to not be afraid to leave home. I understand that it is difficult to select a university that might be a long car ride, train ride, or even an airplane ride away. However, it is an important part of life to be able to live in a place that is not close to your home. By going to Syracuse University, I learned how to be away from my family and grow as an individual. When I first got to SU, I had a very hard time adjusting. I was homesick and spent a lot of time feeling sad and lonely. I lived in a dorm in a great location on campus, with a large dining hall and a great gym facility. I think the reason that I did feel very lonely and homesick was because I did not branch out as much as I could have. I had a lot of friends, but I did not try to make friends in my dorm. Therefore, when I was in my dorm, I felt somewhat trapped. All I had, essentially, was a television and a computer. This is, of course, not how anyone wants to spend a majority of their time. I would end my classes for the day around 3 p.m. and would come back to my dorm and sit around. Because I did not have friends in the area, I would sit alone and try to entertain myself. Eventually, I would end up thinking about home and how much I missed it. I missed my friends, my parents, and the comfort of having people I knew around me. Through this experience, my advice to you is to make friends in your dorm when you get to college. They do not have to be your best friends, but it is important to have people to hang out with. If I had friends in my dorm, I could have gone to the dining hall with them, perhaps to the gym with them, and even sat around and watched TV with them. I think I really missed out on this aspect of freshman year. My advice to you is that if you have friends who live near you, you will be less lonely. And if you are less lonely, then you will not have experiences of feeling homesick. My next piece of advice is to get as involved on campus as possible. As a freshman during my first semester, I did not get involved at all. I did not join any clubs or organizations. I basically did the bare minimum. I went to class, went to the library to do my homework and study, and hung out with my friends on the weekends. As a senior who will be graduating in just a few short weeks, I'm very involved on campus today and spend a significant amount of my time with the organizations that I'm currently involved in. In one of the organizations that I work with, we go to a homeless shelter that is located just several minutes from campus. Prior to heading to the shelter, we prepare food, collect clothing, toiletries, and non-perishable goods. When we go, we serve dinner and hand out these items. This is a really great way to get involved. By doing this, I am able to give back to the Syracuse community. I also met a lot of friends through this club. I wish, as a freshman, someone told me to get involved in organizations like this one. Another way that I am involved is through my sorority, Alpha Phi. My advice to someone heading to college is to consider getting involved in Greek life. Many people develop stereotypes and negative attitudes about sororities and fraternities. My experience firsthand is that it is important to not simply believe these stereotypes. I, too, had heard that joining a sorority would give me a certain reputation. If I joined one sorority, I would be labeled as a certain type of girl. However, it does not always work that way. I was unsure as well about joining Alpha Phi, if any sorority at all. But I can say with confidence that this is one of the best decisions I made in my college career. In Alpha Phi, I was able to meet many girls from all across the country. Today I have friends from New York, California, Maryland, Michigan, Florida, and more. Without Alpha Phi, it is likely that I would have only stayed friends or met people from New York, or the East Coast, which is where I grew up. These girls are now my best friends, and I believe they will be lifelong friends. I am also happy that I joined Alpha Phi because Greek life is a large community on the SU campus. On the weekends, all of the sororities and fraternities get together and host philanthropies. For example, there are fun events such as dances and competitions. All of the money that is raised is donated to charities. On the weekend, I have a filled and fun-packed schedule in which I'm able to socialize, meet other new people, and give back to the Syracuse community. Alpha Phi's charity of choice is the American Heart Association. Every year, Alpha Phi hosts a red dress gala. This is an event in which we all wear red dresses and donate items that can be auctioned off at a gala. Everyone invites their parents, relatives, friends, boyfriends, and whoever they want. It is a ton of fun of dancing. One of the main reasons that I advise you to consider getting involved in Greek life is because of events like this. I would never have been able to get involved in an event like the Red Dress Gala if I had not joined Alpha Phi. I know that today I gave you a lot of information, and a lot of it is personal details about my experience at Syracuse University. But the reason I told you about this today is because I think other people can learn from my experience. As a freshman, I did not get very involved on campus, nor did I branch out and make as many friends as I could have. I look back and I deeply regret that. Because of these poor decisions that I made, I did not have an easy adjustment to college. I was homesick, lonely, and not very happy at Syracuse. I even considered transferring to a college closer to home because of these feelings. I am able to recognize today that the reason I felt these feelings is because of the decisions that I made. I chose not to make friends in my dorm and instead isolate myself in my room. I spent a lot of time watching TV and playing on my computer rather than getting involved in organizations. I am graduating as a senior from Syracuse, believing that my 4 years here were some of the best years of my life. My advice to someone going away to college is to not be afraid to leave home, even if it is a long train, car, or plane ride away. It is okay to select a university that is several hours away. In the end, you will see your family, and you will keep in touch with them, and they can visit you whenever they want. It is important to take chances and risks. It is good to join an organization or a club, even if you do not know anyone who is currently involved. You will likely make friends faster than you had ever imagined, and I guarantee you will learn a lot about yourself. Once you do this, you will be able to accomplish your dreams. College can be a wonderful experience if you are not afraid to leave your comfort zone and embark on a new journey. I hope that today I've inspired you to do so and given you some great advice.